What is up, Lions Nation? We are Lions Nation podcast. I am the Soul Man, and that over there is the one and only
Statman. I'm not used
yeah.
to it, man. Sometimes you let me do it, and sometimes you don't.
And here is the man that won't come on the podcast unless it's a Wednesday. Perry Berg, Perry P Dubs in the house. What's up, P Dubs?
Happy Saturday. That
This
it is.
is the We Are Lions Nation podcast pregame show. We got the Bucs heading into town this Monday night, prime time. And it could turn out to be one heck of a game as things that we thought weren't going to happen changed. So we will get into that. We got Statman's poll question of the game coming up as well. Plus, a new thing that we're doing is if you comment on that poll question, we're going to share those comments and read them right here on the show and talk about it. So excited about that. We got the injury report. We do not have the normal head-to-head because it's not posted up yet to where I can take a look at the stats. So I think they're going to do that tomorrow. Place I usually, but I did find a new place to get information for your key matchups for the players. Pretty good. Shows their rankings and stuff. So we got that tonight too. Dar's in the house, says, "What's up? What's up, Dar?"
What's up, brother? Nice to have you back finally.
Yeah, welcome. I think Dar was messaging me to tell me if we were going to go live like 2 seconds before we were going live. Hey, there we are on Facebook. Woohoo.
Oh, and just want to let you know too.
Yep.
Big news. I went on to our Facebook page and I booted JB right out of there.
Okay.
There's no
All
sense in
right.
having them in there. I don't want competition in there spreading their own show and everything else. So
I got you, brother.
finito.
Statman. Last time we were on, we were at 286 subscribers, and now I'm at
Now
mark of
we are
500.
at 292. Oh man.
292 subscribers. Thank you to the new ones that have subscribed just recently. We appreciate you guys so friggin' much. How about that?
On our march to 500. Let's do it.
All right, Statman. So we're gonna start today. Before we jump into the game, let's go to your poll question of this for this week. Statman's poll question is: do the Lions turn it around against the 5-1 Buccaneers, even with a depleted secondary? 100% of the vote went to yes. You guys thought that they will turn it around. Statman, you agreeing with the nation on this one?
Yeah, I believe in Dan Campbell and his ability to coach and bring guys up that weren't playing, but I'm sure they'll be ready to go.
Oh, Dar said he didn't vote and he's going no. Whatever, Dar. Oh, man.
Dar likes to go
Actually,
against the grain to do the whole reverse psychology deal. It's worked a couple times, so hopefully it works this time.
in other news, a little bit of a revamping for the show. We have a brand new podcast logo.
As you can see it right in between us.
Yeah, he's right there. I like him.
I do as well.
Check it out, guys. I worked for like a little while on that today, so wanted to change it up a little bit. You'll start to see all of our templates and stuff like that. We'll all start having the new the new logo on there.
It's already
soon
on
as
the
I get it.
Facebook page.
Dar says we have 0 safeties and 0 corners. That was Dar's reasoning. Now, Statman, one of the new things on your poll question that I added to the pregame show is the nation's comments. The nation gets on there, and if you throw a comment in, I'm going to try to fit them all in here. So let's take a look at the comments from this week's poll question, and then we can go over those. Chris Hill said the Bucs are short several wide receivers, so it's our backup DB versus their backups. Mary Kay Dennis says, hopefully we don't have to play the Zebras Monday night, with an exclamation point. And Chris Willis said, I thought the secondary played a lot better than anyone expected against KC. Harper at safety had like an 88 PFF. The biggest issue was not getting any pressure up the middle and having to move our linebackers up. And then Mahomes would just throw little passes over the top to Kelsey. Hopefully, with a lean back, we won't have this problem on Monday. So, thank you guys so much for commenting. And you can see right here, every week I'm going to do this. So, if you guys put a comment in there, I'm going to try to squeeze them on so we can see them and read them out. Statman, the nation has spoken. What do you think about what they're saying?
I mean, has a good point about the Buccaneers. Chris Hill has a good point about the Buccaneers having a depleted wide receiver group right now. But Baker Mayfield, he's one of the top-notch quarterbacks in the league. He's going to find somebody to throw to. So I don't think that completely helps us out the best. You know, they still have Sterling Shepard, and they got a couple other younger wide receivers that can play. McNeil being back, I am hoping to hell he's back to full force and he can get some pressure on Mayfield, disrupt the passing, the timing routes. And it'll help out Aiden Hutchinson and Muhammad too on the edge. So yeah.
And Perry says McNeil will have a massive game.
And obviously, Mary there on the comment, I'd like to say that she is completely right. Hopefully we don't have to play against the Zebras as well, because the refs can destroy a game and it makes it a lot harder to win.
I will say this too on Mary's comment. I don't know if everybody's been seeing, but that whole thing got kind of big. Like that whole game, the calls, all that got really, really big. Like
Everybody was talking about it. Every sports channel you turn to, man, any sports radio shows, that is literally the topic of discussion with everyone about that game.
Yeah, it got big.
Rightfully so, though. It needs to be put under the spotlight, and I think the NFL needs to do a better job of keeping referees accountable for things that they do during the game that may sway the game one way or another. Not saying, like I said before, the refs didn't cause the Lions to lose. And even their own players said the same thing, that they've had plenty of opportunities. Amon-Ra St. Brown was one recently saying that they had plenty of opportunities, even himself, to make plays, and they didn't.
Yeah. Like Mary was saying, hopefully we don't get another game like that. Maybe this puts it out there. I mean, there was even other head officials that were commenting on, if you review that game from last week, just all the misses. And there's even some saying that the refs do seem to be favoring Kansas City. But it's not, I don't even want to say Kansas City in general as just them. I think you touched on it too, that it's just officiating all around in the NFL right now needs to get better. Perry says they hold the players insanely accountable. Then the refs can do whatever with no consequences ever.
Yeah, I mean, why don't they have to face the media after a game? They are part of the NFL. They should be able to they're part of the game, just like the players are. The players get asked questions. Well, why'd you do this or why'd you do that? Why aren't the refs being questioned like that? I think the refs should have some sort of accountability, even if it's just media attention or media asking them questions.
Hey, we have a new visitor, Statman.
Oh,
Marco is in the house. He says 49ers fan here. If they can't make it all the way, I hope the Lions came here can get to Super Bowl 60. I believe is what he was trying to, unless I'm just reading that wrong.
said come here for Super Bowl 60. He must be based in
Oh,
San Francisco.
yeah, I see what he's saying now. Hey, welcome in, Marco. Thanks for popping in. Glad to see you.
Yeah, appreciate the comment. I'm actually
Oh,
they're my second favorite team, the 49ers. So
yep, that was my growing up, Steve Young and Jerry Rice was my favorite quarterback receiver duo.
Steve Young, best lefty. I swear. Swear it.
And the records can be broken, but it's really hard to compete with Jerry Rice. I'll tell you that. He was one of a kind. I loved the 49ers back in the day. Marco again. Yeah, we love it. If you have not subscribed, guys, please, if you feel inclined, please do so. We love it. We're on that march to 500 right now. So please hit that subscribe button and share with all of your, even NFL fans. Wednesday nights at 7 p.m., we do our NFL Pick'em show. We make our picks for every game of the week. So thank you guys so much and join us for that.
And we
Marco
also
says,
ask
thanks for the love.
and we also ask for anybody that's watching, they're more than welcome to hop on with us on the Pick'em show. Like to see who you think the winners are going to be. Have some different insight on games or what you think the outcomes are going to be and the reasons why. We just like good conversation about football. So anybody wants to hop on, just shoot us a message on Facebook, me or Andy here, and definitely get you on.
Yeah, we just have to know ahead of time. So just let us know. Check out our Facebook page over there at We Are Lions Nation Podcast on Facebook. We put our poll question for the game up there every week. And then also, I was thinking about adding another special thing every week where you guys can kind of put in questions or in the comments, and maybe we can answer some of those too for the show. Just an idea I was throwing around, but thinking about launching that as well as we keep growing and getting our podcast going. Statman, the injury report. This is what I was talking about before. It's a little different than I think we all were expecting it to be, especially on the Bucs side of the game. The injury report for the Bucs. Godwin, he's out. Haggard, out. Bucky Irving, still out. Williams is out with a concussion. But Evans, like Buka, and I think it's
Levante David.
Levante, thank you. David are all listed now as questionable. And I believe Mike Evans was a full participant in Bucks practice on Saturday or Friday. And then for the Lions, we have
Arnold listed twice.
Yeah, on here that's the old one. I changed it, but he's not supposed to be in there twice. Terry Arnold's out. Maddox is out. Vaki's out. Kirby Joseph was one that I don't think everybody knew right away, but he is also out. Taylor Decker, McNeil, and Reeder are all listed as questionable for the game. But it sounds like, for the Lions at least, that McNeil is going to get some reps in this week, which is huge. So, Statman, the injury report, I know there's some in there that we expected. Let's start with the opposition side. Now that we know about the possibility of Evans and Egbuka playing, that kind of changes things up a little bit from what we said earlier.
Yeah, Evans, obviously a veteran. What does he have? Like 13 seasons straight with 1,000 yards? Something, I don't know. It's something crazy.
Yeah.
But and then you got Agbuka, which is a rookie, but man, he is showing flashes of great talent for years to come. They're going to be two handfuls to cover as far as our defensive backs, especially with how limited we are with our defensive backs. We're out both of our safeties, and we're out Terry and Arnold, and we're out Reed. Is Reed out still?
He's not on there. Wasn't on there, but I'm assuming he's not. He's still out. He's not listed on the report. Just
So
like
literally all four of our starters for the defensive backs, the two safeties and two starting corners, all out. It's going to be a tough sledding for the Detroit Lions secondary against them too if they are able to play.
yeah, I think if they are able to play, it completely changes the way this game unfolds. It's going to be if they're able to play, it's going to become an offensive showdown unless the Lions defensive line can get pressure on Baker Mayfield and kind of interrupt that passing game. I'm not as worried about the running game for Tampa Bay as I am now as the passing game because those are two big time players that Baker Mayfield might have back.
And Baker Mayfield can dice up any defense, so he's a
Yeah,
handful as it is.
good. Yeah, and then we didn't mention it, but we all know Brian Branch also is going to be missing from this game because of what happened last week. So that's another one not listed, but not going to be there either. I just want to double check.
We're definitely going to need McNeil on Monday, teamed up with Reeder and Williams to get pressure up the middle. So it helps Aiden Hutchinson and Muhammad out.
Yeah, I don't see anywhere for Reed as far as if he's coming. It says he's on the IR right now.
So yeah, he's out still.
Yeah. So I just wanted to double check that just in case we didn't know and he was coming back. So Dar says the offense will have to be flawless and eat up clock. Yeah, we've seen the Lions in games prior almost take an entire first quarter to get down the field. So, like, it's possible for them to do. I don't, like I said, we didn't have the stats today, but Statman, your take is the Bucs defense. What's the Lions offense going to be looking at against that defense?
They're always coached very well at Tampa Bay. So I mean, their head coach is a defensive coach, defensive minded. So you're gonna be seeing a lot of different looks defensively, blitz packages, stunts on the defensive line. We're just gonna have to be able to run the ball instead of just the first quarter like we did last week. Actually, run the ball all four quarters and do what we're supposed to do because everybody knows Jared Goff is not a stand back shotgun type of passer. He's not a Matt Stafford. He's not Aaron Rodgers. He lives off play action and the short routes. So you're going to have to do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same. I hate saying it, but it's the same game plan every week, I think, for the Lions. They got to get that. We got to be able to establish that run game. And lately, it has been kind of not as good as it usually is. So we need Gibbs and Montgomery to just ball out. I think Dar would agree on that one as well. Which will bring us to the next thing up for the Statman's matchup of the game, the key matchup for the game. And Statman is going with, on the Lions side, Aiden Hutchinson and Muhammad against Charlie Heck and Tristan Wirfs. I don't know if I said that right. You can see the stats there. Hutchinson right now, 4 solo tackles, 7 sacks, 4 forced fumbles, 36 pressures. His overall grade is a 92.2 second. And Muhammad, 5 solo tackles, 5 sacks, 18 total pressures. Overall grade is 85.8. He is ranked 12th. Going up against Heck, who has 2 sacks allowed, 23 pressures allowed. Overall grade is a 41.8. That's 103rd. And then Tristan is 0 sacks allowed, 5 pressures allowed only. Overall grade 76.8. He is 14th. Statman, I like your key matchups. Let's talk about it. Why did you choose these guys?
Tristan Wirfs is one of the top tackles in the league. He proves it every year. He's got Baker Mayfield's blind side. Muhammad and Hutchinson, I know they kind of rotate to who's playing left side, who's playing right. So both of them are going to have a tough matchup with Wirfs. And Heck is, he's pretty decent himself. So, we're going to have to get pressure on the edges. We're going to have to be able to contain Mayfield. And we're also going to have to get pressure in the middle. But I think the edges are going to be the more concerning area just because Baker Mayfield can kill you on throwing on the run. Guy throws dimes.
Yeah. He's crazy good. He's crazy good runner. Baker Mayfield is. You wouldn't think it, but he is. He's unreal. The plays that he makes.
He's got this competitiveness about him. Like, you don't see it in a lot of quarterbacks, but man, he is fiery. And he can fire up his team real quick just by making a quick run and maybe bulldozing a defensive back over or something. That can give a team momentum. And it literally boosts everybody. So we just got to keep him contained, keep him limited on what he can do. Definitely don't let him dice us downfield on these deep throws or big plays.
Yeah, I think that's a good reason why to go with that for your key matchup. But if we can talk about just for a second, Aiden Hutchinson, those numbers for him are really good so far this year. So he's going to be a beast to slow down. Even get 36 pressures, like that might not come out to a sack every time, but that means he's in the backfield a lot. So, and then Muhammad, he's been a gem. I'm telling you, that guy is something. And then you put McNeil. I don't know how many snaps he's going to get, but when he gets in the game, he's going to be pumped for one thing to get back in there. And that guy's a beast. That's definitely, I think, going to help those edge rushers when he's in the game.
Oh, absolutely. And you got Tyleek Williams, you got DJ Reader in the middle too. They're all going to be rotating out, switching sides. It's gonna be interesting to watch that defensive line. And then I'm hearing reports that the Lions are searching for another edge rusher by the end of trade deadline.
Wouldn't you think they would be trying to go like defensive back?
They must have faith in who we have backing up our guys. So it's the only thing I can think of.
It's kind of throwing me. I didn't think about it till just now, but it kind of throwing me off a little bit. Like, I'm surprised that they're going back to the line real quick for the Lions defense. Don't they usually have to put at least 2 guys on McNeil most
Typically,
of the time?
Or 2 guys on Hutch.
You can't put 2 guys on everybody. That's what I'm getting at. So somebody's going to get free. One of those guys is going to get free, hopefully. That's going to be the key.
As long as everybody's doing their job, yeah, they should win the one-on-one matchups. That's what you get paid to do.
If you look at the last game, Statman, we didn't have very many turnovers at all. And lack of pressure, things like that. Like, when you can get into the quarterback, you can cause them to make some mistakes. When Aiden Hutchinson gets into the quarterback, he's one of those guys that we've seen recently too, that he goes for that ball a lot. So there's possibility for turnovers there. But I think one of the keys to this game is to keep Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Bucs offense, especially with Mike Evans possibly being there,
and
off the field. Yeah, and keep them off the field and just create turnovers, get the interceptions, get back to that, help those defensive backs, the linebackers and the defensive line can do their job and help those defensive backs where we're a little weak, make it a little easier on them.
Defensive lines can make our secondary look like superstars.
Yeah. It's so true.
I'm serious. It's really true. I mean, look at what the Browns do. They don't have the best secondary, but their defensive line gets so much pressure, it makes their secondary look a lot better than they actually are.
I agree. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to wait and see Monday night who actually plays for Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I'm interested to watch it.
The Lions do have a bye week next week, so hopefully that will be a good amount of time, because I remember Dan Campbell saying in one of his interviews, he's kind of mentioning a lot of these guys coming back after that bye. We did see Arnold doing some stuff in practice. I did see video of that, even though he's out still. But they're probably just going to hold off, I imagine, until after the bye week. But I want to ask you, we have the NFC North, which I keep forgetting to put in here. We have the NFC North right now. We have, so basically what I'm getting at is how big is this game right now for Detroit?
It's big. It's NFC opponent. So it has to do with seeding in the playoffs if we make it that far. Going against a top team like the Buccaneers, it's a big win for us. Buccaneers, they're 5-1 for a reason. They're a good team. It's hard to win in the NFL. Dan Campbell says it all the time. It's not an easy path no matter who you're playing against. And it goes back to the any given Sunday thing. We have a chance to win this game. We can definitely win this game.
So but right now, as the NFC North stands, the Packers are at 3-1-1. The Lions are at 4-2. The Vikings and Bears are both at 3-2. So this division it's too close, and I know it's early, but I feel like the Lions really need to win this game.
And I hate it that tie isn't like a loss, because the Packers should be below us, and I don't know why they're ahead of us. Probably because of the head-to-head match that we had with them that puts them ahead of us. So right now we're behind. We're in second place in the North. We got to do something about it. And it's all in the Lions' hands and the organization and the team to make that happen or not. They all have to do their jobs. And it comes down to that. Just do your job, no mistakes, and play clean football on all three phases. That's offense, defense, and special teams. And more than likely you'll come out with a victory.
Yeah, I think the players know, the coaching staff knows that they got to get things turned around. And I think they're pretty frustrated with themselves lately. But I think the Lions will come out Monday night, be ready to go. And I think after the bye week, especially, I think we're going to get some players back, and things are going to – when we get our defensive backs back, that's going to be different, a whole different defense. We're starting to get people back now, but I think the Lions need to do whatever they can to win this game Monday night.
I mean, injuries happen in the league every year. We just have to think that we're fortunate right now to have the injuries earlier in the season and right before the bye week, so these guys can get healthy, rather than at the end of the season when we're going into playoffs for a run to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
So
I agree. All right, Statman, do you have a score prediction for this game?
Ooh, I'm going to say 27-21 Lions.
All right. This one's going to depend. I got two scores. If the Buccaneers don't have their key wide receivers, I think it's a different football game than if they do. Really, I do. I think that's going to make a huge difference. I think if they have them, then it's going to be a shootout style football game that we're going to watch. I'm thinking Lions in the 30s, 34-28, or maybe even 38-32 or something like that, where it's a
Don't
lot
pick two
closer.
different numbers. Pick one. Pick one score prediction. You can't give two different score predictions.
Yeah, you can. It depends on who's in and who's out.
Man, no,
If
don't give me that shit. Just give me your score prediction. Whether just pretend like they're in.
all right,
Mike
38,
Evans and Egbuka are playing.
38, 38-24. Lions. That's
Yeah.
my score prediction. But it will make a difference.
Oh, I know it'll make a difference, but
You're looking at,
one score prediction.
if you take out players that are key weapons, you may not get as much points.
Just
So
means
we could
Cade Otton's about to eat up.
light it up. Yup. Pick him up on waivers, everybody. It's going to be hot, that game. All right, Statman, it is that time. By the way, we are at 293 subscribers now. So thank you to the next
Appreciate that other
latest
subscriber
subscriber.
during the
But
show.
Statman, we need you to do what you do and get us out of here like no one else can.
Let's get that dub on Monday night, prime time in Detroit. Let's beat Baker Mayfield at his own game and be more competitive. Let's do it. Forward down the field, a charging team that will not yield. And when the blue and silver wave, stand and cheer the brave. Rah, 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 go hard, win the game. With honor, you will keep your fame. Down the field and gain a Lions victory. Go Lions! One pride. Let's go,
Hey,
Detroit. Get that dub.
One pride. Hey, on behalf of the Statman and myself, this has been We Are Lions Nation podcast. We will see you guys Tuesday.
Let's end this with a Jared Goff chant. Jared Goff.
Goff.
Jared Goff. Jared Goff.